In a desert where no water flowed, faith brought forth a river. In a valley where no hope lived, sacrifice gave birth to mercy. This is not just a story, it's the heartbeat of surrender. Welcome back to the Legacy of Faith, Part 3 of 4, The Trial and the Sacrifice. Before we begin, like, share, and subscribe, because the next few moments will test what faith really means. When faith is tested, the soul is measured. The dawn was pale over the hills of Canaan. A quiet wind moved through the tents, carrying with it the breath of destiny. Within, Abraham sat in thought, his face marked by years of prayer, his eyes reflecting both peace and longing. The promise had been spoken. The time had come for its mystery to unfold. But promises of heaven do not descend without trial. Sarah, radiant in age, had yet borne no child. Her faith was deep, yet her heart heavy with the waiting. So she came to Abraham one morning, her voice tender but resolute. "My beloved, the Lord has promised you descendants. Perhaps he wills them through another. Take Hagar, my servant, pure of heart and faithful. Perhaps through her the promise will come." Abraham looked at her with sorrow and respect, for he knew such words did not come from jealousy, but sacrifice. And so it was that Hagar, gentle and believing, became part of a divine decree. Time passed, and the miracle came quietly, the cry of a newborn child breaking the stillness of night. Abraham held him close, his tears falling upon the child's brow. "You shall be called Ishmael," he whispered, "for the Lord has heard our prayer." Sarah watched from the doorway, a flicker of joy, pain, and acceptance within her heart. But faith is not a road of comfort. It is a path of surrender. And soon, the test came. Abraham awoke one dawn to a voice that filled the air, not harsh, but absolute. "Take Hagar and the child. Journey to the valley where no seed grows, a place without water or shade. Leave them there and trust in me." Abraham's heart trembled. He fell to his knees, whispering, "My Lord, how can I leave them in desolation?" And the voice replied, "I am with them. Those who trust in me are never alone." He told no one of his vision. He took Hagar and Ishmael, and together they journeyed through lands that turned from green to dust, from dust to flame. The sun burned over their heads. The earth beneath them cracked with thirst. At last, they reached the valley, barren, endless, surrounded by mountains sharp as blades. There was no bird, no spring, no tree, only silence and heat. Abraham stopped. He looked upon his son, a child still nursing, and upon Hagar, whose face glowed with exhaustion yet faith. He could not speak. Tears welled in his eyes. He placed before them a small bag of dates and a water skin, all he had. Hagar's voice broke the silence. "Abraham, will you leave us here?" He turned away, unable to bear her gaze. "Has your Lord commanded this?" she asked. He paused, then whispered, "Yes." Her eyes softened. She lowered her head and said, "Then he will not abandon us." Abraham walked away, each step heavier than the last. When he reached the edge of the valley, he turned his face toward the heavens and prayed with trembling hands. "O my Lord, I have left my family in a barren valley near your sacred house, that they may establish prayer. So incline hearts toward them and provide for them from your bounty, that they may be grateful." Then he walked away, tears falling upon the sand, while behind him, Hagar held her child and watched him disappear beyond the dunes. The sun grew cruel. The water soon ran dry. Hagar's lips cracked. The child cried with thirst. She looked to the horizon. Nothing. Her heart pounded. She placed Ishmael in the shade of a rock and began to run, first to the hill of Safa, then to Marwah, searching for a sign, a spring, a mercy. She ran 7 times, her feet bleeding, her breath ragged, her soul calling out to the heavens. O Lord, you are the living. Do not let my child die before my eyes. And then, silence. She turned, and there, at the child's feet, water burst forth from the ground, gushing like life itself, pure and eternal. She fell to her knees, crying in gratitude. Zamzam, she whispered, flowing mercy. She filled her hands, her heart, her faith. The valley that was dead became alive. Birds came, tribes followed. The place became sacred. And far away, Abraham heard of it and knew his Lord had kept his promise. Years passed. The boy grew strong, tall, kind, and wise beyond his age. Hagar raised him in the worship of the one God. Abraham visited often, his heart full of love and awe. Then one night, the voice came again, the voice that once commanded fire and mercy. O Abraham, here I am, my Lord. You have fulfilled every command. Now fulfill the greatest. Speak, my Lord. Sacrifice your son. The words struck like thunder through his soul. Abraham froze, trembling, the world spinning around him. My son, he whispered in anguish. The child you gave, the light of my old age. But faith is not measured by comfort. It is proven in surrender. At dawn, he took Ishmael's hand and said softly, My son, I have seen in a dream that I am to sacrifice you. Tell me, what do you think of this? Ishmael looked at him, his eyes calm like still water. Father, do what you are commanded. You will find me, if God wills, among the patient. Abraham's tears fell. They walked together to the place of sacrifice. The air was still. Even the mountains seemed to hold their breath. He laid his son down, his hands trembling. He raised the knife, and in that instant, a voice broke the silence. O Abraham, you have fulfilled the vision. This was but a test. We have ransomed your son with a great sacrifice. Abraham dropped the blade, his hands shaking. Before him stood a ram, strong, pure, sent by heaven. He wept as he embraced his son. My Lord, he cried, you are most merciful. You test and you forgive. You take and you give. The sky broke open with light. The valley echoed with peace. And the voice said, Peace be upon Abraham. In time, Abraham and Ishmael together raised the foundations of the house, the Kaaba, the symbol of pure worship. Their hands placed stone upon stone, their hearts reciting, Our Lord, accept this from us. Make us among those who submit to you, and raise from our descendants a nation devoted to you. When they finished, Abraham stood before the sacred cube, the desert silent around him, and whispered, This is the house of unity, where no name is raised but yours. And the Lord said, Call the people to pilgrimage. They will come to you, on foot, on every lean camel, from distant paths, that they may witness the mercy I have promised. Abraham raised his hands to the sky, and his voice, a single call in the emptiness, echoed across time. And the call was heard, and it still is. End of part 3, the trial and the sacrifice. And so, the promise was fulfilled, through fire, through trial, and through sacrifice. But this is not the end. The legacy of Abraham would echo through generations, carried by prophets, kings, and nations yet unborn. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because the journey continues in the final chapter. Part 4, The Legacy and the Covenant. See you in the next part.